What's up guys, Cloudie here, checking in with a Christmas special video and a bit of a reflection on Vespa's Christmas greeting letter. First and foremost, happy holidays to all of you, and I wish you a wonderful time with your families and loved ones. I hope you truly get to enjoy the holiday season. So 2020 has been a pretty challenging year with some quite terrible things happening all over the world. And I have to say also my personal life had plenty of downs in it too. But having said that, there were ups too. And one of those is essentially this channel growing in a way that I never really expected it to, which is mostly thanks to you or some people, and I really want to say thank you for that. Back when I started making videos, it was a sort of experiment and me trying to do something new, something that I haven't really done before. And yeah, well, no, those Battlefield Gothic Armada videos had like no views at all, pretty much all, and all my subscribers were like friends and family members. So yeah, and I decided to do 킹스레이드 stuff when QX Gaming quit doing stuff. I felt like even if I'm not too entertaining, at least I can provide guides and information to people playing 킹스레이드. So back from the beginning, I already wanted to do voice narrated videos, not text, because I didn't really like reading them when I was watching them myself. And so thinking back, maybe I should have just ran with like a cute eagle avatar and text only, and maybe it would have become super popular or something. But joking aside, I still remember signing up for like the C Readers program and then never hearing back from Vespa. And then one day I'm getting up and just look at my phone, and there is a message from my friend and Guildy Manny telling me that I'm on the list, and I'm like, what list? So she tells me to log in, where then the event page pops up, and there is the list of nominees for the C-Raiders event, and my name is there too. And I was like really surprised, and so I did not expect to win. Just being on the list was a win itself already. So yeah, that was quite a surprise there, and it was near Christmas by that time, so that was pretty awesome. And yeah, I was really surprised. I'm still am to this day. And from that point on, we have grown together with all of you guys into a community of nearly 2,000 people, which is still so incredible to me. To be honest, in real life, and anyway, I'm just a rather introverted and perhaps even shy person, so it still feels almost strange when I'm, for instance, in game and someone just messages me and like telling me that they are a big fan or something. I never really know what to say. It's just like almost someone else being there. But I want to say that even though I may not always be able to respond, your support and everything is really important to me, and I am more grateful than I can actually express. So I'll just say thank you, you guys rock, and I hope we can keep on rocking together in 2021. 2021, okay, not 2020, let's not repeat this year. So some of you have asked if I could reflect a bit on Vespa's year closing letter, so I hope you enjoyed this little slideshow of Christmas themed costumes, characters wearing their Christmas costumes, and now let's switch over to Vespa's letter. So here we are with the letter. Let's read it out and see what Vespa's Christmas message is to us. So let's just read it first. Hello everyone, this is Jinsu Kim, the CEO of Vespa. I hope I pronounced that right, probably not. Around this time of the year I get lost in thoughts when I write a letter to our players and look back on the year with mixed feelings. Taking a step back, I watch 킹스레이드 and our players to think about the past years. 2017 was the year 킹스레이드 was first launched, and everyone was very busy moving forward. 2018 was the year we launched 킹스레이드 in more countries. 2019 was the year we stumbled here and there, and for 2020, I think it was the year that we finally began to set our direction. Occasionally we hear that Vespa isn't interested in developing 킹스레이드 anymore. It was disappointing to hear that because it isn't true at all. Since king_raid is something that I still cherish the most to this day, I'm constantly paying close attention to it. I hope there aren't any misunderstandings about us. In fact, we are currently preparing for the improved king_raid which you will all experience next year. Our players who still enjoy playing king_raid are the driving force that encourages us to keep working hard. Just like how we did during the early days, we are trying our best to keep our game fresh and entertaining. We are also working day and night and putting efforts to provide stable service. However, king_raid has become more complex over the years that it became difficult to see immediate results when we make changes. This means we have to work even harder and more meticulously to produce the results that meet our players' expectations. As it's been several years ever since king_raid started this service, we became more cautious and concerned. Nonetheless, with the recent focus on communication, I think it's a relief that we are communicating more with our players so we can set our direction once again. Raiders, we promise you all that we will work hard to make king_raid an even better game next year. Please keep supporting us and give us constructive feedback. Just like last year, I have prepared a gift for you all. I hope you enjoy it, and I wish you all the happy holiday. Thank you always, and sending lots of love. And yeah, remember to claim your holidays from this letter. Okay, so let's see what they write here. So 2029 was the year they stumbled here and there. Well, that was when they started Soul Weapons, and I seem to remember seeing an article about Vespa, who was by then publicly traded, returning to profitability. So I guess financially they weren't doing too well. And 2020, where they say they finally began to set their direction. And this part actually has me a bit worried, I guess. Back in the days when they released the Talisha special dungeon, not the special dungeon, the Orwell neighborhood dungeon, I felt like, and I kind of said this to my friends, that it was like opening Pandora's wallet because that was the first time they introduced the game mode that wasn't available in the game without paying rubies. Sure, it's a small amount, it's like minuscule, and if you're on Cursed Flask, then it can even make up almost all the rubies you spend on it. But still, it's the concept of it, that the idea that you can put something in your game that is no longer available just through playing, and that you actually need to pay for in one way or another. That was really the first time they did that, and since then we went further that direction. We had Technomagic gear selectors, you have these pets now, which are, I don't have anything against pets, but like the buffs they give on their own layers is just like mind bending, really. And then we have pets that are limited availability only and for real money only, and they do provide some of those insane buffs. So yeah, we have gone to a point where things don't look so good. Or like we could mention the costumes, that new heroes are now released with a single costume that in some cases, like Reheat and Repeat, looks pretty bland, and what should rightfully be their 5-star costume is now locked behind the 45k rubies paywall, which is just not nice. It seems greedy. And yeah, when Vespa says that they are disappointed to hear that we think they aren't interested in developing king_raid, that's not the case. We think you are interested in developing king_raid, but we also think that you have gone from trying to make a good game and make some money with it to trying to make money, and that money is now the leading deciding factor when you make choices for the game, which in the end is not a good gaming experience, and that's why we actually do not like the things that you do, or at least that's for me. So if this is the path that you are setting for yourself and the game, then I think you are in for a surprise, because people will not be liking it. I remember when the game started, my account is one of the oldest still active ones, and among a lot of mobile games, king_raid was perhaps the only one I played that actually felt like a real game, that had real systems, real mechanics, real gearing, talents, skills, various heroes that were useful, and that wasn't just like a sugar-coated rock, paper, scissors, lizard, spark, or some sort of other stuff, which many games to this day are, and or just like a pretty cash slot game, you know. So it felt like a real game with a model that allowed the developers to not make you pay for the game itself, but still make money. Because let's be honest, a company needs to make money. Otherwise, the servers aren't free, the infrastructure isn't free, the people working at the company do need to get money. So that's fine to make money with a game, but once you make decisions that feel like money have the leading deciding factor in them, the game suffers, and well, it's a free game. People can leave anytime. So this is my opinion on this. That the issue isn't that we think that they do not care anymore. What we think is that they just care too much about money and less about actually making a good game, and that in the long run will hurt the game. Yeah, they do say that they are working hard, and I'm wondering what this improved king-king's is gonna be like that they are promising to deliver next year. I guess we have to wait and see. Yeah, there are issues with the client and whatnot, and that's to be expected. I hope they will be able to fix that. Now, this part is one where I also scratched my head a little, where they say that with the recent focus on communication, they think it's a relief that they are communicating more with the players, so they can set their direction once again. Because if you remember, just on the 24th, the second developer talk of December was released, and also announced that it was to be the final one, that they will discontinue that series, and that they will try and look for different ways to communicate with the players, which essentially means that they may or may not do that in the future. So it's like they are happy that they are communicating more with the players, but the most important part of it will also be shut down. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. Like, communication is fine, but only if you actually listen to feedback, and when you fix the errors, like the last two balance patches that were pretty terrible, or like Justice for Aisha, you know, or stuff like that. And again, I have said this before, just do open test servers, open them like 2 weeks or a month before the live release, so you don't hit everyone with a surprise bat in the face when stuff is nerfed or released, and to help the community to sort out or find those bugs and issues for you before they go into the live servers. That's like free testers is like the easiest thing you could do, and all you would need to do for that is just to give up on this whole cloak and dagger approach that you do with your patches. So that's my opinion. There are very some things about the game and about Vespa's approach to it recently, which I mentioned about this whole monetization thing. I haven't given up on the game yet, but I do see the issues and the warning signs, and I don't see a bright future for it ahead if this keeps going on with the heavy focus on monetization. Now, in terms to that, I'm kind of wondering if any of you is either a Korean speaker or knows a way to find out about Vespa's financial reports, because they are a publicly traded company, so their reports should be public too. But the last time I looked, I wasn't able to find them. I only found like this old article from 2019 that was about them returning to profitability. So I would kind of like to see how their books look like how is their cash flow going, are they actually making profits. Kind of trying to understand whether this heavy money focus is now a thing that they need to survive. Is it to just to be able to like pay for like the anime, or like this whole collab things with like Dreamcatcher? I assume that they actually have to play Dreamcatcher there, or the various artists that do like the theme songs and stuff like that. I assume that costs money, and well, there is all the advertisement and stuff. So yeah, I would like to know, is this actually a requirement for them to stay afloat, or have they just gone and become too greedy, and that's why the game is suffering now? So if any of you has a way to find that information, hit me up please, I would really like to know. And with that, yeah, let's claim the gift, and that's it for this Christmas special video. I hope you guys liked it. And once again, really thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next videos, which will keep coming. Until that time, this has been Cloudie. See you in the next one. Bye bye.